days, like many who actually have the interest to dance, they don't actually come forward because they are not confident or they're scared. Like for example, like because I have my own dance group, so sometimes we look for people. We know people have the talent, they can dance and all, but the thing is they're afraid, or sometimes they don't have the proper support. So I think the first step, they should probably enroll in a dance class or go for try classes. I think that helps them to build up their confidence. When they have the confidence, I think they can just present themselves in front of anybody. So they shouldn't be afraid, but regardless of age or whether they can't dance or not. As long as they come out of their comfort zone, they take the first step to go for any dance class or anything, or even like a dance group or normal practices. I think they would be eventually be confident enough to fulfill their interests. I think these days many people don't really appreciate Indian classical dance, or they don't really show much interest in it. So I feel like having such productions like Tatwa, which we don't really focus much on pure classical, when people start watching such productions, I think they'll see classical dance in another perspective, not just, classical dance is just pure classical dance, or it's just formal Jadiswara or Varnam kind. So I feel like when such people, come for such productions, I think they will start slowly appreciating and showing interest in Indian classical dance, and people will start want to join classical dance, and yeah.
I think it is definitely a great experience. It's great working with Logan and Sureen, being the artistic director of this team. I think being a part of this team as a performer, it is important to know what you're doing and what you're showing on stage. And when they came up to me, in fact, for every performer, we are very sure of what we are going to portray on stage because of the team behind and because of their artistic direction. So because of that, I really feel that it's professionally done, especially that it's a youth team. We are being scheduled on time. We are directed very well in studio space, and everything is going smoothly, I can say. The most memorable experience for me definitely has to be rehearsal process, because at the end of the day, that's what we are showing on stage, right? The production. And what I learned from this production is growth, chemistry building in studio, and we get to know each other really well, and I think that's the most important thing, and I cherish that the most.
Okay, first of all, dance has helped me to be a better person in terms of my time management. Because of this production, I have to work around a schedule so that I'm able to have a work-life balance. Second of all, dance has helped me to be adaptable to changes. For example, over here in this production, when we all first started off, we do not know one another, but now we are working very well and we are very good friends. Okay, as I'm working and I'm studying, and now that I'm in this production, I have to work around a schedule, as I mentioned earlier. In this way, I will not miss out any other activities that's happening in my life, and yeah, basically I'm more disciplined in that sense.
Yes, there is. People have told me about this, but then I have proved it to the society that I came as a learner. I came as a learner. Then after that, I came as a trainer, and then my guru has groomed me up as a dance instructor in schools. Every dancer should have discipline and the passion.
Okay, like what people feel, yes, we need to keep the purity of the dance, yes. But on my take, I would say is it's okay to explore with other forms, with the coming up generation, right? Because we need to make it more interesting for the upcoming generation and all that. So I think it's still okay to fuse it with some other like Western, something to do Western, or it could be even like other Indian forms. We still have other Indian forms in it. Not only Bharatanatyam, we have other like folk or traditional folk, and we can still mix around with it. It's fine. Yeah. For dancers mainly, I think important part is being disciplined and having the commitment in dance. Because in Singapore, I think what happens is everyone's either working or studying. So time management is very, very important. So if let's say you need to go for rehearsal, give wholeheartedly during the rehearsal and all that kind of thing. So I would say commitment and discipline is very important for us lah. Yeah. Okay, mainly because of our initiative for Tatva, we actually want to do like a good platform for the dancers who actually they are already trained in their own forms, but maybe they may not have been highlighted and all that. So through this, actually we want to highlight these dancers who have like good opportunity for them, create a good opportunity for them to showcase their talent.
It's definitely been a wonderful journey as an artistic director. Even though I'm new to artistic directing, it's been a challenge, but yet I think we've overcome it because we try to be as professional as possible to artistic direct. All this while I've been only choreographing. This is my first production, full-fledged artistic directing. So it has been definitely a fruitful journey working with youth these days. Yeah, and leading them. I think dance as a whole has been stereotyped and tabooed, especially Indian classical dance. It's not very welcomed by the male society, as in male dancers feel by dancing the Indian classical dance or even contemporary dance for that sense, it's very feminine. But I think that is a lack of knowledge or ignorance. I think there is a lot of scope for male dancers to show their masculinity in the dance form. I will not let the suspense out, but what's unique about Tatva is basically the storyline and the scenes that we have created. We're talking about 5 different characters that are least explored so far in the arts industry. So we have picked these 5 characters. They are very well thought of and uniquely choreographed. And what's another interesting thing is my dancers are all from different backgrounds, as in different gurus or different dance schools in Singapore, coming together and working together and melding them into the same similar style is very interesting because you don't get a platform for youth these days to all come together and do something. So what's interesting is they are all from different backgrounds, but we're all doing this together. Yeah.
Hi friends, don't forget to get your tickets for Tatva. When is it being held? It's being held on 7, 8, 9 July. 7th and 8th are 8 PM shows and 9 July is a 3 PM show.
And how much is the ticket? It's just $15 if you buy it now. If not, it'll be $3 at the door.
Where's the show? It's at Goodman Art Centre, Black Box. See you there.
See you there.